Hey guys! Alright, we're back in the house, of course, because there's so much to do. Today, we're in the kitchen. I just posted today's video for this week well, I'm trying to get this done within a couple of days because we really need to get moved into this house. One, because I want to, and two, because our other house is up for sale. So with showings and everything, you just never know when all that's going to happen. And I would just kind of like to get everything out of there and into here. We need to move our animals. Like, there's a whole process that we have to go through in order to get this move going. The kids and I are here every single day. We are working to get everything done in time. And so today's no different, and we are now in the kitchen. I went ahead and did the living room. The dining room is done. You can kind of see it right through there. That's the dining room. Dining room didn't need much. It literally just needed new paint on the top. I had to take down the wallpaper and put up paint. So that's already done. Living room is done. And as far as walls and things, I do still need to redo the floor, but that again is going to be a later project. Today, cabinets. These cabinets are driving me insane because I don't like the color and I don't like the grain. I don't like how dark that grain shows. It's just not my thing. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. Do I want to paint it? Do I want to... I don't want to like sand these down and restain them. They actually need to be replaced. But for now, as with everything, we're just kind of trying to get done what needs to get done so that we can get in the house. Aiden is putting holes in a bucket because our net ripped. He's making do over there, putting holes in the bottom of a bucket and using it kind of like a strainer to get the rest of the stuff out of the bottom of the pool. So
it's not very easy.
It's not very easy, but I mean, it was a good idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're trying to get that done to get the pool finished, and everything's running. We put some chemicals in there, but there's a lot of stuff that was still at the bottom. We found a tire at the bottom of the pool, which doesn't surprise me because the pool was closed with tires like on the tarp that goes over it, the cover. The cover failed, it was ripped and whatever, and I guess one fell in. But anyway, these cabinets, I think I'm just gonna paint them. I have been going back and forth trying to figure out what to do. They're not worth sanding and restaining and all of that because they're very old. They're just not worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think paint them. What color am I gonna paint them? It's another thing I was going through. I was looking up different pictures, so like on Pinterest, so for green cabinets or any whatever color, different colors. And I don't like gray. I'm not into that whole modern farmhouse look with all the black and white or the gray and white. It's pretty, it's just not my thing. I like warmer, darker, moody colors. So I may just paint these, honestly, the same dark granite color that I painted in the living room. I love that color. It is one of my absolute favorite browns. So I may just do that. And it would look good with the brick that I redid. And then the counters are going to get redone. They're red right now, as you can see. Those are not going to stay red. They're going to be black like I did in my last house. If you guys want to see that video, you can go to YouTube, Country View Homestead there, and I have the video there of me painting the counters. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. A lot of them are damaged. I went through yesterday, like you can see the discoloration and stuff. I went through yesterday and scrubbed everything down, all the cabinets down, and it's just, it's bad. They just need to be completely redone. And like I said, for now, to get us in here, the quickest and easiest thing to do is to paint them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also thinking that the woodwork around all the windows, the sills and everything, I'm going to paint those probably black. I did that again in the house I was just in, and it looks great. Emily calls it eyeliner.
Yeah,
eyeliner, which I love. She came up with that when we lived in Westfield in Mass, and I painted the windows black on the outside of the house. So she said, it looks like eyeliner, and it stuck. That's what we call it now. So I may do those in either black, well, probably black, because the counters are going to be black. So it looks really good. Again, if you can't picture it in your head, go to the video on YouTube. Could be I'm painting my counters, something like that. And it's there where you can see that also with the color, the brown color of the cabinets that I'm going to use in here. Figured out how to do this. We're putting a little bit bigger holes on the sides of the bucket so the water drains out. Right?
Yep.
Hopefully that works. Okay guys, I totally forgot to turn my camera on. Okay, so I did a sanding, like a light sanding across all of the cabinets, just to kind of get that shine off. A lot of them don't even have that anymore. These cabinets are so old and worn that most of them are, honestly, some of them are almost at bare wood. That's how old they are. But, so I did go over it a little bit with some sandpaper and went ahead and wiped all that down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start the painting, and I am going to use the dark granite color. I have no problem with using this color in multiple rooms. So having the same color in different areas throughout the house just brings everything together. So the living room has a lot of the dark paint, and that's because I wanted those accent walls. I wanted the warm, cozy feeling, because that's what I go for, especially in my living room. Just think like moody, candles lit, rainy day, even a sunny day. I just really like that vibe. That's my ambiance. That's what I like. The dining room does not have that color, other than in this little doorway right here. It's pretty wide. And so I tucked it in there, a little bit right there, to kind of bring the living room in. And then to bring that color also in here, that's why I chose this color for the cabinets. The cabinets are already dark. That's why I painted the walls the light color, the country white, which are just like a lovely creamy color. It's not stark white, that's white. That's a cream color. So that's why I'm gonna paint these the dark granite color, so it brings everything together. The library will also have the same dark color. It will have it on the bookcases. Another pop of color that I like to bring in is a very dark, like deep red, but not on the walls. It'll be in other things. There'll be some in the curtains, there'll be some in pillows, there'll be, in other ways. Anyway, that's what I do. I like to bring things into each room that unifies the house, basically, and just brings it all together. Okay, time to paint. Again.
That sunrise sits on that horizon. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. A beacon of light that leaves me empty and pulls me halfway out that door. I saddle my horse before you wake up, so my memories won't hear you cry. Maybe the wind will lead me back.
Okay, Emily just called me. She's in the pool. She's hilarious. Hey, Emily, what were you saying? Look, she has a couple of friends.
They're besties. It's Sandra and Bertram.
She got two frogs.
It's Sandra Martin and Bertram Martin.
You're hilarious.
And
Yeah, they're married with each other.
watch.
Thanks,
Oh, sorry, Sandra. She's moving. You guys want some water?
Wow, you guys stirred up a lot in here. She's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Catching frogs and floating around. Yes, I know the water's gross, and that is because they stirred it all up because there was dirt at the bottom, and they're trying to get it all out. The problem is there was some sticks and pine needles, like big ones, and I didn't want them using the vacuum to get that stuff out because it will clog the vacuum, and then I don't want the sticks rubbing across the bottom because it could pop the liner or break the liner. So that's why it didn't look like that when we got here. It was blue. So that's why it's all gross right now. But they're in there cleaning it. The pump is on. And yeah, whatever. Those of you who have pools, you understand. Okay, so I know I'm going to get people asking about why am I not taking the doors off of these cabinets. And I'm painting over the hardware. Two reasons. One, because these are not permanent cabinets. They are going to be replaced fairly quickly. So I really don't want to take everything off and deal with all that because I don't have the time. And two, the hardware is not pretty hardware. Like I plan to get, when I have better cabinets, I plan to have really pretty hardware on. Right now, I'd rather it blend in and it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So those are the reasons I'm painting ease and hiding stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get through all of the rest of these cabinets. And they're probably, I would think they're gonna take maybe 2 coats. I hope not 3, because I don't want to do this all day. But anyway, I'm gonna finish.
Calling out my name, pulling me to another place, another town I can remember, down another lost highway, where familiar faces all stare back at me. These dusty trails all look the same, shaking hands with my old friends, but nobody knows my name. 'Cause I'm just a cowboy, I was born to ride away. I'm just a cowboy, cowboys never stay. So don't try to follow or chase me, 'cause you'll never catch me. Just watch me.
All right, guys, just showing you what's going on here. So the bottom are not painted yet. That's what it looks like before. Just not good. So I did a coat. I did a coat on the top. You can see there's 1 coat on here, still drying. And then over here, I actually did a second coat, and it's still drying, but you can see it's better coverage. And I'm liking it much better. This is actually going to dry quite a bit darker. So the dark granite, obviously it looks like a lighter kind of milk chocolate right now. It ends up dry, like you can see it even on the 1 coat. It ends up drying looking more like a dark chocolate. That's where we're at right now. I'm not doing the insides of the doors. Nobody freak out. So now I just need to go around and do a coat on the bottom. I probably hate painting cabinets more than anything because you pretty much have to use a paintbrush for everything. These cabinets have, like you can see this area right here, that's a raised piece of wood right here. That's where the handle was. And that's stuck on the cabinet. So if I pop that off, it's probably going to mess up the front of the wood. So I'm not going to do that. All I did was fill in the holes that were, there was 2 holes right there for it. Because I'm going to put in regular handles and pulls and stuff on the corners where they go. Okay, so I gotta finish this. I really don't want to. Okay, time to get back to work. Hey guys, it is the next day, and I went ahead and did all the painting, the next 2 coats. So these cabinets have 3 coats of paint on them, and they look, well, I'll show you, you can see. They look really, really good. That is the dark granite color. Love this color. So, I've got a little bit more time today, so I was thinking I could paint this ugly thing. And, oh my gosh, guys, it's so hot. Look at me. Anyway, I have chalk paint. This is another thing that will get replaced, but it's just ugly to look at right now. So I think I might just use my chalk paint and go over it, because I'm not taking this out to spray paint it or taping everything off that I just painted to spray paint this. So I'm gonna just I'm just gonna clean it up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paint it with chalk paint. I'm not too worried about it otherwise, because again, that's gonna get replaced. Okay, that's done. Isn't that so much better than that rusty white? I love chalk paint. That stuff sticks to everything. So again, just a temporary fix until it gets replaced. But as of right now, the cabinets are done being painted, and what I have left now are counters. Look at the paint all over me. Counters. I need to repoint all this brick. I'm going to use grout for that. I need to put up over here. This isn't painted right here because this section right here is going to have wood in it that I'm going to stain, and that's going to be for my cast iron. That's where I'll hang all my cast iron. I had this same type of wall when I lived in Massachusetts, and I loved it. It was perfect for hanging all of my cast iron. So that's what's going to go here. That's why that's not painted. What else? We need to take out, I need to take out that old thing. That's an air conditioner. I have no idea if that thing works or not. I'm not going to try it. I'm sure it's an electricity guzzler. And then fix those two spots in the ceiling. Up here, you can see that wire right there. That is for a light. I don't know. I mean, I'll put one there eventually. Probably not right now, though. There's actually wood up there. There's like a piece of wood up there for like a shelf. So I don't think I'm going to do that anytime soon. Other than that, I have pretty much everything in here done. There are some things I want to add, like little touches that I can do later, like some baseboard around everywhere to make it neater and cleaner. Then the floors need to get done. That's going to be the very last thing. Honestly, I'm probably going to paint them. Seriously. Paint them and stencil them, I'm thinking. I don't want to do wood in here because I'll have wood in the library. Library/office, whatever. There's hardwood in the dining room next door. There's hardwood in the living room next to that. Everything is like hardwood. I want the kitchen, and I like kitchens and bathrooms to have a different look, like tile. I don't know if I'll do that eventually. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like ceramic tile. I could do that. I don't really want to right now. Again, trying to get this stuff done as quickly as possible because it is currently Monday. Yes, it's Monday, and I'd like to be in here and start moving by Wednesday, which is like the day after tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that done, but I mean, I should be able to do that. The library is not going to be finished whatsoever. So that is like everything that was damaged from the water damage is gone. But it needs to be, everything needs to be put back together basically and new floors put in. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. And if you don't already know, we are everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like all over the place. So join us there and keep up with what we're doing. There's so much more to do. Plenty to do. All right, you guys have a good night.